United States or
Advising her students in their individual learning plans is a partnership among Makala, her students, and their parents that often involves home visits.
How are you? Good to see you. Nice to see you too.
Every student has a learning plan every quarter. And there's a meeting 4 times a year to plan that. And it's with the parents, the student, the advisor, and if a mentor is involved, the mentor. So 4 times a year, the parent meets with the teacher and the student for, it could be hours, to plan, to review the learning from the last quarter and plan ahead.
How to cook this, how to cook that.
That's good though.
My daughter's
Cape Verdean dishes?
everything.
It's very normal for me to go to a parent's house and talk to them, whether it's for a learning plan meeting or whether it's just a casual conversation about where their student is. It's extremely important, I think, because the parents and the students are able to see where we're coming from, to let them know how serious we are about their education, and to let them know that we do care. And I think aside from caring, to let them know how invested we are and how much feedback we want from them. We're willing to meet you this far, so you come and you meet us here. I will say Eric has come a long way. He's working to his potential now. You know what I mean?
I have the topics I want to talk about.
Yeah.
But to say that all of them are finished, like they stop at just like a certain thing, kind of be like, I want. My mom's fed was to show like if I'm doing it and to really see how she's gonna know, because there was no grades, so she was more into saying like if I'm really doing it, how I'm doing, and how is it gonna be graded? Like, am I doing my work? Am I slacking off?
the reading he's been doing.
Well, I'm impressed. And the only reason I said we didn't talk about that much is because I didn't know about you reading out loud. But I'm impressed. Eric is on top of the class with this book right now.
I have the answers in my head, like if I write it down or not, because I read ahead. So when she tells us, because we was like, I'm like 1 chapter ahead.
Yep.
So she tells.
When doing learning plan meetings, sometimes it depends on how receptive the parent is from the beginning, from the phone call. One benefit we definitely have is that I've had my students for 3.5 years, so the parents know me at this level. But not all of them. I don't get as personal with all of the parents. I definitely think the relationship I have with each individual student, with their child, plays a huge role. For instance, when we go to Eric's house, I have such a close relationship with him. He goes home and talks about me all the time. I'm very involved because he wants me to be involved and his mother wants me to be involved.
On the college essay, he did it and he was supposed to have it.
He just needs to do his next draft.
To add the corrections to it from what they did at the exhibition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
We really connected right away because I believe from the get-go she had the best interests at heart for Eric. So we were in it together. It was the two of us making sure he did the right thing. So he said sometimes, oh, don't gang up on me because we sound so much alike. She really loves her kids and she really wants them to succeed.
As a key component of the Met education, students participate in internships twice a week. In her role as manager, Makala not only helps her students stay on task academically, but she is also a facilitator of their internships.
That's a good idea. I just wanted to know where you were with figuring out what you wanted to do for the outline for this board. Yeah.
Internships allow students a chance to grow by exploring career paths that fit their interests and encouraging them to take on real-world responsibilities.
We know that everybody learns best when what they're learning is connected to something they're interested in or something they're passionate about. And we know that everybody learns best when they're alongside someone who's proficient in it, who takes them under their wing and brings them along. That's how we learn in the professional world. So that's how we've modeled our school.
Senior year, Met students work with their mentors, advisors, and parents to develop an extended project.
The CES Thesis project is the time for you to really dig in and dive deep, into your interest and your passion and really be able to give back to the community. Again, that's a part of being responsible, being independent. So it's really huge because it allows the students to see the power that they have to pursue their passion and really make it work and really touch someone else's life. But also it's just something that they can really be proud of. Just something that they can say, this is something that I did, that I was really into.
Students have the option to experience different internships every semester or keep the same internship year to year.
What heaters do we have? Two. Okay. What size?
Eric has been interning with master plumber Tim Halinas for 4 years and has developed extensive skills in pipe fitting and job planning.
My senior project is to basically to go out and help the community with free plumbing work. Being in the plumbing business, I went to houses where there was no running water. So to see that and to see that, I mean, I know what I know, and at this age, like they say, I got to give back to the community. That's a perfect idea, to help elderly that can't do it themselves, or to help people that just can't afford it, to help them with my services and my talent.
Hey, Makala, how are you?
Makala's role as manager of student internships takes on a new significance as she assists her students as they successfully complete their senior projects.
He has done up his rough drafts, one as far as what he wants to do, why he wants to do it, and who we plan to do it for.
Okay.
He is on track and on schedule, which is really good because we have a lot to do.
He
has the rough draft of what I wrote on it.
Okay.
I still have that. And
So all he has to do is just make put the corrections on the computer and just print it out.
Correct.
Matte
basically.
letterhead, or should we use bicarbonate
I would
letterhead?
use Met.
Okay. I'm also a manager when it comes to the internships, learning through internships. I'm the one that organizes the meetings, organizes their projects, and help them to kind of manage what they're going to do, get their timelines together, get their proposals together.
from there to get the fellow sheet where they sign at the bottom, right?
Well, liability.
Liability, so we can go to the churches and stuff like that and ask for it.
The other thing is the letters for the supply houses, so that way we can try and start getting
Supplies in.
suppliers lined up to give us what we do need.
I mean, I would say bring that in on Thursday. No? Print it up on letterhead. How many copies should he have?
The more the merrier, really.
All right, I'll say like 20.
Dude, Makala was great. She, if I had any questions, she was always there to answer my questions. She would go out of her way to make sure that I had the information that I needed, or what we needed to do to complete a project. How many
Floor drains is one for each bathroom, and then there's 2 in the kitchen.
But he needs to know his mathematics in order to figure a lot of this out. For example, piping. For every 1/16 of an inch, that's equivalent to 1 foot. Okay, so he can basically go in here and look and measure all the piping and give us a rough idea of how much piping we're going to need for this job.
Also kind of manage their relationship with their mentor. A lot of times they're a completely different person in school than they are at their internship. And make sure that they're really using their mentor as a resource.
Tim's my man. I know him for 4 years. I've been there since I was freshman. Our relationship has grown, and he taught me things, like that your appearance matters, how you dress matters, how you look. You can't stop everybody from judging you, so you have to present yourself way so they would take the time to learn to know you and know what you know. So me and him, we're cool buddies. Like, we joke around. It's all cool. He knows he knows my strengths and my weaknesses, and we work off of each other. And I think he took a liking to me, like, we're cool peoples.
Well, if I had to say some of the things that I've instilled in him, one is respect. Very, very high strung on respect. Be respectful of others and they'll respect you. He has learned that very well. He's come a long way, like I said, but he's a very bright kid and he's eager to learn. After spending 4 years with him, I know him pretty well. I try and include him in other projects outside of work. He's become more of a son, really, than he has a mentee. He's just a great kid.
All right.
All right, Makala, well, we will keep you abreast of what's going on, if there's any changes or things of that nature, and again, basically, by January, we should be in full motion.
Cool.
Okay?
I actually have high hopes of employing him someday. I think he's going to be a very great worker. He knows that whether it's business, personal, or otherwise, all he has to do is pick up the phone, call me at any time, and I'll always be there for him.
Before he graduates, one more ride on the motorcycle. Honestly, wait. One more ride, yeah?